Hello, everyone. You know what time it is. It is another episode of Local Love Fridays, where I get to meet some amazing individuals that are out in the community. Right now, today, I get to sit with none other than the head women's basketball coach over at Georgian College, right next door. You guys know where that is. Super close. I forgot it even existed.
It is in Lakewood.
It is in Lakewood. Jazz, thanks for coming out today.
Oh, you're welcome.
I love it. Tell us how you got into coaching.
I will tell you that. But first, Georgian University.
Oh, we'll talk about that first.
College.
I like it.
I mean,
Wait.
we are great.
Not just college?
No, we are a university. We are co-ed. We are a great university.
Love it.
We have some of the best faculty. We have over 50 different majors. And it's a really an amazing school, to be honest with you. It's like a
That's
really
key.
great school. I love it. I went to the University of Maryland, and Maryland is a great school. But I'm telling you, if I had to choose for my daughter now, because she went to college before I came here, I probably would have chosen Georgia University.
It is a beautiful campus. It is an absolutely beautiful campus. So like fully fenced in. It used to be an all-girls school, right?
It was. And then it became co-ed in 2014.
Oh, co-ed. How'd they suck you in over there? The campus sucked you in? Is that how they said like?
All right, so how did I get into coaching? I started missing. I played basketball till I was about 41, and then I thought I'm going to live a normal life, married, kids, this, that.
Normal.
You know.
She calls that normal.
And I thought, and then my cooking skills were not that great, and then I started missing basketball.
That's amazing.
But so I started missing basketball. So I thought, let me try a little bit of AAU.
Right.
And like I said, I was a little bit shocked at how AAU was.
Right.
Then I thought, let me try high school. And then again, when my daughter went to college, when she was a freshman in college, I thought, oh, let me try college basketball.
Oh, okay.
And I was lucky enough, I mean, it was just pure luck that
Right.
something became open. I was a high school coach at that time, and the coach at Monmouth University was really one of my players.
Wow.
And she ended up, one of her assistants left abruptly to go home because somebody was sick in the family. And
Wow.
like in October, November almost, she had an opening, asked me, I dropped everything.
And you're like, I'm there.
And just came to New Jersey. And it was an experience. It was definitely a little bit of a shock. I just wanted to give back. I just wanted to give back. I was a little bit surprised at the level of play.
Right.
I didn't know, but so I started at Monmouth. I was there for 4 years.
Okay.
It was a
Okay.
great experience.
Yeah.
And then somebody at the office, one of the assistants, said to another assistant, you should try to get a Georgian Port. They never thought that I was the recruiting coordinator.
Right.
I was the first assistant, and they never thought I would go to Division II.
Wow. And you would go because it was a
Right.
D2 school?
Correct.
And it didn't even matter. Because I think even now your philosophy, when you talk to some of these players, you talk about recruiting, that don't just pay attention to the division.
No,
It didn't even
no,
matter.
not at all. I was more shocked at the level of play when I went to Monmouth than I was when I went to Georgian Court.
Wow.
However,
Okay.
the behavior at Georgian Court was awful.
Wow.
And I'm not going to blame the coaches because every coach tries.
Now, when you say behavior, you mean like the athletes?
The
Like
athletes were better.
The attitude.
The athletes were more athletic than the Monmouth athletes.
Oh.
And they were just not, for some reason they didn't have the discipline. They didn't care about school. The GPAs, like
Wow.
this team GPA was horrible. And it's not that they were not capable. The coach was good because I knew the coach.
Right.
She's a good person and was a really
Right.
good basketball player, and she did play Division II. But I don't think she knew enough to create the discipline, and I
Yeah.
did come in pretty strict, like much
Yeah.
more strict than I am now.
I
But
laugh
you do-
now. I'm thinking like jazz.
you do
being
have to
strict.
set some standards. Like I
You
am
do.
not gonna play anybody if you're not doing what I'm asking you to do.
That sounds fair. That sounds fair.
And school has to, your health and school has to be first. And
love
first,
that.
second. And then basketball obviously has to be
I love that. It's one of the things I love. Like, I'm so glad you taking time to sit with us because we're just coming off of you pouring into the youth. Like, you came to a program, you were over at Hustle Today talking to a lot of the girls, and you're talking about, like, the importance of having a voice and standing up for yourself and getting uncomfortable to
Yes.
learn new things. And that's, like, amazing. As a sports mom and a girl mom,
Yes.
I thank you
No,
for what
no,
you're
you're
doing. It's like a
welcome, you're welcome.
sisterhood, and being
Yeah.
able to share the word out there, which is why I want to kind of put you on the screen, because I feel like people should know more about like your energy and know about Georgian Port, because like you said, it's a great school and it's super local.
really is a great
And we talk
school.
about local love and how important that is in the community in general. And I'm even taken aback because I'm like thoroughly impressed by her. Like, guys, like I'm sitting next to an Olympian. I don't think if you guys know this, but she once doned, I guess, Yugoslavia.
Yeah, that was Yugoslavia, yes.
Yes. Two-time
Two
Olympian.
times for Yugoslavia, and then for Serbia, it was supposed to be one, but then we, like I said, we got sanctioned.
Sanctioned.
We didn't go there.
Yeah. So we talk about like somebody who's like lived it and breathed it, the game, like this one right here. So I love that.
Yeah, it was great. I had great experiences. You know, like I said, I just loved it so much, and I know that not everybody was going to be as obsessed with the game like I was. You know, but you gotta love it, and it is a lot of fun. Like some people just make it miserable for no reason.
Oh, why do they do that?
Yeah, you know, because honestly, even in youth sports, even in college, yes, you want to win,
Right.
and we've had some ups and downs because of some injuries and things like that. But you know, when you have people, first of all, a team with a 3.62
Right.
GPA, when you
That's
have people
beautiful.
who know what
A
they're
team
doing,
GPA of the, let's
Right.
just rewind that because that is just like I'm big
I'm
on like
impressed.
education. I'm impressed.
I'm like-
I am impressed by that. That is beautiful.
Listen, I wish I could tell
Oh
you
my
that I
God.
was like that when I was in school, and I think it's because I wasn't that I'm more on that side. But also, I remember everybody let me get away with everything, and those are not the people I remember.
Now that part right there.
The one person, one professor, that did not let me get away, I still remember Dr. Jones, and I actually had to study. I had to repeat the class. And that's who I remember, because people who let you get
I
away
love
with
that.
things are not the ones who really care.
Repeat
about
that
you.
for me.
So people who let you get away
Mm-hmm.
with things and let you get away with doing less than you're capable of are not your
They're
friends.
not your people.
Right.
Okay, so sometimes people say like the tough love, the people who let you get away with everything, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But then like the ones who are actually hard on you are the ones who love you.
Yes.
What?
Yes,
Like, I
and it's not
actually
easy
say all the time.
because they don't get it. They don't get it.
They don't
right
get
then.
it. They
But
don't get
everything
it.
in my coaching is for 10 to 20 years from now.
Wow. I actually, that's just amazing. Because I mean, I wish people would know that message more, which is why I hope this gets out there more. So guys, like and share, because by all means, that's something people should know about. Because I think some people take it personal when you're trying to tell them something that can improve them when it comes to this like this constructive criticism, right?
Right.
People can't take it.
No.
Even grown-ups sometimes we can't take it. And
Right.
it's hard, but those who are willing to give it to us, not to be mean, but to actually help us grow as people, like that's key.
Yeah, we just have to keep trying, you know, like the social media, all the smart devices, and
Yeah.
the pandemic has
Yeah.
made things a little more difficult. I think we have to continue to work on things.
Yeah.
We have more challenges, different challenges. The challenges have always been there.
Always.
Just new challenges come up, and we have to learn
To
how
adapt.
to use. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
To adapt.
To adapt to some of the new, anything new and scientific,
It's
and all
new.
the new things are actually good.
Yeah.
But they can also be bad. Just you have to know how to use them to,
Right.
to your advantage.
Right. I love that. And I'm gonna circle back something you said though. You said part of the reason you took that jump and transition to go from like a D1 program to like a D2 program, because at the end of the day, pretty much all the same. But you said you wanted to kind of give back. Like
Yes.
you wanted to be able to share your like. Tell me more about that.
Yes. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't even know right away that Division II will allow me to do everything that I want to do.
Okay.
I
What do you want to
didn't
do?
know.
Do you want to know what you want to do?
No, it's just as much as to really focus on their success after basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
That
but
part.
using basketball to get them there. You know, and to create some really unforgettable experiences. You know,
Yeah.
and their friendships to last forever. And what we do also at Georgian Court, we have a United Nations sort of thing. And I don't bring international players to help us win. I bring them so that everybody can learn from each other. You know, different perspectives
beautiful.
and,
I love
and
this.
so many different things. So, but I didn't know that I'm going to have such success. However, what happened when I drove before I went for an interview, for that interview, is I saw the Mercy Corps values,
Right.
you know, and some of them, like honestly, like you go through a lot of schools that have religious,
Right.
affiliation.
For sure.
And believe it or not, I'm not like extremely rich. Obviously, I believe in God, but I'm not like somebody who goes to church all the time.
Right.
And I do have some Catholic background, but I'm so mixed with everything where I come from.
I think a lot of people always ask a lot of
right?
questions.
You know,
That's fair.
But somehow, the Mercy Sisters and what I've read and about Catherine McCauley, who started this Georgian Court, thing when she was educating women when women were not allowed
To be
to
educated.
go to school.
That's
They were
why.
not allowed to go to school. So I'm not even saying this is some kind of feminist thing. I'm really not, that. But it had some tradition and history of helping first generation
Yes.
students.
Guys, pay attention. It's the
of
history right
really,
here.
really helping women.
Yes.
And I love men, but I really want to help women because they
Yes.
had struggled.
Yeah.
And so this became a really, really perfect place.
A good opportunity for you.
Yes.
Like you saw all the things, and it's like sometimes you find that environment where you just want to be a part of it.
Yes.
Right? Because like you've seen how they've helped people through the history of their teaching.
It is a special place.
It really is. I mean, this is how she sucked me in. You guys don't know the whole full backstory of how this lovely lady got me to love her. But apparently one of my friends, Des, if you're watching, she sucked me in because she needed somebody to help her run a tennis program, right? Tennis program. And, you know, I played D1 tennis, so I was like, okay, you know what? I'll do it, right? So I'm out there in the heat. She comes over, she's got out of surgery. I think you said your hip done or your knee done.
No, my knee.
Your knee done, yeah, knee
Yes.
replacement.
Oh my
and she's
God.
like bringing out the tennis balls, and I'm over here playing with these old.
You know.
She's a baby, y'all. She's a baby. She's a baby. So I'm helping with the program. I had so much fun. I was following all the kids. Like, it was just a great opportunity to be out there again. Just like, again, when you're an athlete and you get a chance to share things that you loved once before, like just sharing your love of the game, whether it's basketball, tennis, whatever it was, and then we instantly connected. I was like, did we just become best friends?
Yeah,
we literally did.
But that's because you have such a positive demeanor about you. You know,
It's
and,
so fun.
How can you not? I mean, you definitely have great.
Thank you. And that's what I love. So it was a good start. That's why she sucked me in. But like even then, like she's looking for ways to get back to the community because we had kids coming in from all over the place to kind of learn a game they weren't even familiar with, right? But that's how it started. And yeah, that's it. But one of the things I was thinking was when you start talking about the sisterhood and building a culture around the team, what are some things you look for during your recruiting process to make sure that you can kind of hold that?
Well, that's hard.
It's
You know, I
tough.
mean, it's kind of like you do recognize it, you know, and there are no real specific questions that you can ask. It's more of a conversation, you know, and I am not your typical coach. Number one, I am the way I am all the time.
Yeah.
So I do not change once they
My
get
favorite.
there.
That's my
you know.
favorite.
But I am strict during practices, you know. So I am looking at somebody who I can see that if I go passion, you know, I can see that first of all they all have pretty good grades. You know, we do a lot of
Grades are important.
listen, you know, everyone has that intellectual potential,
Right.
which is sometimes people don't push it,
Yeah.
don't emphasize it at home or something. So it's unfortunate. So we don't just take people with good grades, but we do look for that because it does show some discipline.
It shows discipline.
Yes.
It does. And I think you should look for grades.
Definitely, you can tell the personality. They need to have a little bit of personality. Because there are some coaches who, like when you're in practice, it looks like a funeral.
You feel like little energy, please? Little bit of energy?
So, because I am funny. I am very funny.
She is funny.
So you
She's
gotta
really
have,
funny, guys. I have some clips I'll send you guys
You
too
gotta
from
have
earlier.
fun. You gotta, you know, you can't take, you know, I don't take life seriously.
Right.
I do take doing things seriously, you know, like certain fundamentals and details in basketball or anything else, really.
Right.
But I don't take life seriously. You want to have joy, you want to have
You
fun.
wanna enjoy it.
So I am looking for a little bit of that personality. I am looking at parents who are kind of leaving that student to actually talk and ask questions.
I like it.
You know, hopefully the parent is supportive and it's not the one that is like, oh, my kid's the best. Should have gone here, should have gone there. I mean, we had that. We had the parents say that, oh, she was recruited by Duke or Connecticut.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, definitely not. However, the kid actually was like, come on, stop. Of course I did. Like, I got a letter. Everybody gets a letter.
Everybody gets a
Yeah.
letter.
So she was great, and she's our captain now. So
I
we
like
knew,
that.
we could recognize that she was great.
You know what's funny is you said the word parent twice, maybe 3 times. Does the parents' demeanors factor into your recruiting process?
100%.
Yeah.
Like I said, I made 3 mistakes in 11 years. And again, I don't want to say that a student, a person, a human being is never a mistake.
Valid.
The only
Valid.
thing is like we really do try because you have to change. Like people say, you have to change. We have to change because this is a little bit harder. Everything is anything. Like even just the speed of game, you need to change a little bit. But when the parents are the enablers, and when it becomes a little bit hard, and they just go crying to the parent that it's hard or it's someone else's fault, and if they're the enablers, they usually really hurt their kid.
Wow.
And there's not much we can do.
Right.
You know, and that has happened only 3 times.
Okay.
But
So
it's a
parents,
very
if you're
good
paying
protection.
attention, you can mess it up for your kids. Like
But
it
overall-
could be all your fault.
No, overall, I can tell you. No, it is. Overall, I hate to say it. Overall, when we look, because I am involved in a lot of, on the men's side, women's side, as I help international players.
For sure.
That, you know, spots here. Parents are most of the time responsible for someone not succeeding.
Yeah. It's funny, we used to joke, like, what was the least favorite part of coaching? And I usually say it's the parents. Like, some parents I absolutely love, for sure. And I would never see the parent in the kid. But at the same time, like the worst part of the job for me sometimes was
Well, at the youth for sure, and they shouldn't be like they need to just stay positive. Yes,
because people forget like what they say at home, their kids hear and transitions to them with the girls on the floor.
Yes.
It's like you got to stay positive at home, so when they come to the gym,
yes,
they get to work
just
together.
positive and keep working on the
That's it.
game.
It's a simple game.
Enjoy
and
it.
it's not that serious. Like
No.
they may play in college, they may not, but like for now, just have fun.
Have fun.
Just have fun.
Nothing to compare, nothing to complain about. Miss this, that. Just keep working on
That's
the
it.
game.
That's it.
And have fun with it. But
That's it.
parents, unfortunately, can really hurt them. You know, and it's a little bit sad to see because I see it everywhere. You know.
That's my
But
PSA for you
have the
parents
best,
out there.
but we do have the best parents
Because you recruited to it.
Because we recruited.
You recruited to it. So
And
that's
I am one of those rare coaches who loves to have a good relationship with parents. I mean, we have those, you know, how we have those post-game socials and
we
and
love it.
different-
Yeah, speaking of that, like so
love
she
that.
does a lot of events, and I think you've letting PorterPlus be a part of a lot of those. Like we did the golf, we do the sponsorships whenever we can. Like
You did. Thank you.
We love
Thank you so much.
She'll hit me up again in a minute, but like
we have a golf outing. We have a golf outing on September 22nd, 2025. It's a Monday.
It's
an Eagle Bridge Country Club.
And if you want more information, I'll have like the information right over here somewhere, logo somewhere. But yeah, it's a great event, and they've also come to support our events too. So we do stuff for the chamber, and Georgian showed up. You know, you sent me okay. So it was my first year playing. I went out for golf for the first time. I said I need somebody to play with. She's like, I got someone for you. She sends me a D1 golf player to be on my foursome. I was like, oh, we won't do so bad today.
Yeah, no, she's great.
But it was good. She's awesome. She's awesome. So if you're watching, love you. But I think ultimately it's really good how you guys give back to the community. You guys are having different events. And then as an organization, like for the girls team, like how important is fundraising to you guys? Because I think that's something that people are going to be like, oh, how can we help? How can we lean in?
Oh, well, I have to tell you that a lot of things come from fundraising. And me being me and wanting so much more than just basketball, because there's so much more to life, and I just want them to travel.
The trip, yes.
So I've taken them to Europe.
I'm going to Europe, guys, just so
I've
you know.
taken them to Europe. But last year we went to Florida for 7 days.
That's
and
like
that
Europe.
alone was like almost $30,000. Because by the time you get the vans and you rent and flights, and we took everyone, and 3 coaches, it's 20 of us traveling.
That's a lot.
So we fundraise a lot. We work not
need
just
to.
parking and do different things. This year we're going to do a tip-off brunch.
Let us know
November
the dates.
9th.
We will share it. She already knows the
It's
date.
going to be open practice for all the youth programs, so you can come in and see the practice.
Our Hustle Girls will
And
be
then
out there.
we're going to go to our historic building, the casino, for a beautiful, beautiful brunch and a silent auction.
The campus is gorgeous.
Already got Boomer Assassin signed jersey as a silent auction item.
Okay.
And no, it is a really beautiful. So we do have to fundraise.
All right. Makes sense.
But because we
guys-
want to create those experiences for them. Obviously, we can go to Philadelphia and we can go to our conference games,
Right.
but we try to have like.
So every couple of years you go to Europe, right?
Well,
'Cause I
we
think
did not
one
go
year-
because the pandemic happened, and then
And then something else happened.
And so now,
Yeah.
But let me tell you what I'm doing. You have to know this. We're going to Bryant. We
Yeah,
play
definitely.
3 Division 1 teams, and they usually pay us when we play.
Oh,
So when we go to Bryant, we're going to Trenton. We're taking a train from Trenton to Providence.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a taxi to our hotel, and the next day we're going to Providence. And I'm bringing Lower Europe, to this United States, and we're taking a train.
Look at that.
So I cannot wait.
I love it. That's going to be a lot of fun. So guys, support, help fundraise.
Yes.
Anything you have going on, let us know, because we're definitely all for it, because I love all of that.
I just wanted to have great experiences.
I think that's-
Basketball is basketball. When we're playing, when we're practicing, we want to be serious. When we're playing, obviously we want to win. But we want to have overall great experience and new things, because so many of our athletes, like I said, first generation
college students.
So many
Guys.
have not ever been on an airplane. They have not really gone many places outside of the neighborhood.
Exposure for the newness. I love that you're
Yes.
creating that environment for them too. So like part of the reason why we do this local love, and I know people have got tons of feedback, great feedback, thank you guys that are watching it, is that like we bring to light to people that we get to hear their backstory. Like some of you don't even know her backstory. I'm sitting next to an Olympian, a person who's been playing sports her whole life, like just like traveled the world and brings it to this small little part of Jersey, actually Lakewood, nobody goes there, but like the school is there, plopped in this place that's just absolutely gorgeous. So bringing to light those kind of things, the fact that they're so active in the community, I want y'all to know about it. So when we have events, like you guys should check them out. And this season, if you do not, make sure you go see a game, because these girls put on a show. I mean,
we do play exciting basketball. Like
they do.
one of the
They play defense, y'all. Like,
yes, and we play up tempo. Yes, we do play exciting basketball because we want to bring that kind of excitement
Energy.
to when energy
Yep.
to the.
and so sometimes do like themed events too. I know whenever things are going on in the world, like the
Yes.
importance of like the hard work, the importance of end racism, like all those kind of things, those
Definitely, we're
big
definitely
stands.
involved. And this year we're going to do one with the domestic violence awareness.
That's huge.
So we definitely try to do all this. And really, my main thing is I feel like my college coach gave me the best gift, except for my parents. I had best parents, but my college coach gave me one best gift that I have ever received. She opened my mind to learning new things. And so my main thing is to open other people's minds.
I love that.
To different things, different perspectives, and with that probably hopefully open their hearts as well, because we know that today we need more compassion. And
We
empathy.
need so much compassion.
So
And, you know,
we
you're
are working on it.
I love it. That's where, this is where it starts.
Yes.
Right? Like spreading it out from like the small people, the ripple effects, right? You think you don't make a big impact, but every time you do those things, it means like a profound difference to these girls.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
You're
Thank you for being a strong advocate for women's sports because like I said, we have the hustle queens that you just talked to tonight, like my daughter who's a student like athlete. So like watching them being surrounded by people who are giving and want to promote them, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So before I let you go, 2 hard questions.
That's good.
Should be hard. This is hard.
All right.
The best piece of knowledge that you give your girls before they hit the floor. What is one thing you tell them before they hit the floor every single time?
That is a really hard question
Yeah.
because I am one of those very spontaneous people, and I'm a very flexible person. So what I do for them, I think the best thing is not one thing that I say, is what I kind of keep them pretty relaxed.
Your energy.
I do have certain energy in practice, but I keep them relaxed so they're not like so
Anxious.
yes. So I would say the style that I go about it, it's more fun,
I love that.
and because they're going to get nervous even with me being the way I am. But I definitely don't add to the pressure at all. Actually, the opposite.
I love you, Coach.
Because I know that
That's
they
what
put
we need.
enough pressure on themselves, you know. So because I want the game to be fun, so
Yeah.
I do focus on things that you don't need like immediate result, like making a shot. Like I never take somebody out for a mid shot.
Right.
I never talk about mid shot. I do talk about shot selection, but we focus on defense because when you can play defense, great defense,
Everything else comes
offense
together.
can come from.
Everything else
So
comes
it's not like a one specific thing, but I would say
It's just
that
the energy.
yeah.
And that's huge because you guys know I'm so big on mental health. I always talk about like the fact that don't be afraid to ask for help and like making sure you take time to breathe. Like you watch some of the past ones, it's just so important.
Yeah.
And like not adding to anxiety as a coach is that's key for these athletes. That's awesome. So well done on my hard question. It
Yes.
sounds like it's an energy thing. Question, last one, and we're gonna have to like let people go back to their normal routine schedules. What is your amp song before you used to play? Like, what do you listen to
Oh
that
my
gets you hyped
God.
for
All
a
right.
game? What is it?
This is a great question. This is a great question because you know it is so crazy how I am. First of all, I love classical music
Okay.
and I love rap. How far
Whoa.
removed
I'm about to
can
say
you
we
be?
can get a little remix in
And
there.
I get obsessed with certain music.
Okay.
So I really have like a whole big genre, and I think that is great because when you open your mind, just think about how many more
the things.
things that I can listen to. Because I get
All the
stuck on
things.
Arabic music, I get stuck on Spanish, music, Latin American music, or even Spanish from Spain.
Yes.
I have different things that I really fall in love or have different phases. But for basketball specifically, there was not just one song, but I definitely am up, kind of hype.
I'm waiting.
Most likely rap. I'm not telling you because there were different things.
You
throughout
set me
my
up,
life.
guys. You set me up.
But 50 Cent was my favorite. Ludacris was my favorite. 50 Cent I really fell for. I was like, that was later.
I will
Right?
take
You know
it.
what I mean?
I will take
But
it.
50 Cent is probably my favorite rap artist.
Which song?
Nas.
No, I will do
Nas.
it. That's okay.
That was
I should
huge.
make her spit a line right now for
Listen,
y'all, but I won't.
Nas was huge. What was that song? Oh my God, I was blasting that all the time going to games. Nas, the one. Oh, come on. Oh my God, this is terrible. But that was a
We'll
great
post it.
song.
We'll play it for you
I
guys
mean,
to
it is
remember
crazy.
it.
It's like blasted that.
And she used to
driving
be
around.
hyped. I can see her
Yes.
getting hyped in the
But
car.
I did have
Getting ready for the
so-
game.
So I definitely don't listen to classical music to get ready for the game.
Okay.
But I also enjoy
Classical
classical
music. Yeah, I listen to all stuff. My playlist has anything from like, hip hop, R&B, old school R, because apparently
music-
R&B is not the same. It's got to be like 2000 R&B, and then there's like new R&B. I don't know, but it's definitely different.
R&B. It's too slow.
Some of them not so bad.
I'm serious. It's
I want to play
too,
some
like,
games for you. And I even like some country on my
it's
stuff
like,
sometimes.
It's just you're thinking. I
A
don't
little
know.
bit emo. I got all of it. All of it. Like I don't discriminate. I love all music. I love
Like
music.
R&B just reminds me of like dark, like lights, maybe some candlelight,
I'm gonna have to
smoky,
give you some different R&B.
smoky.
Okay, we gotta send her some stuff, y'all. Send her some suggestions for some good
Smoky
R&B.
room.
She's thinking like Love Jams R&B.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
I love it. I love it. All I can say is that I'm loving what you're doing. I hope that
Thank
you
you.
keep doing it. Guys, if you're watching, get out to a game, show support, hit up one of the scholarships that they're offering, the foundations and fundraisers that they're doing. Hit them up. They're available. We'll post the information and contact information for you guys.
But thank you for everything that you do and how active you are in the community.
Aw.
And you're amazing. You're an amazing person, amazing with your business,
Love her.
great real
I
estate.
didn't pay her for this, y'all.
You know, I mean, you really are an amazing person.
Thank you.
But thank you so much for everything that you do.
I appreciate
You're
that.
such a great example for them because I want them to become business people and who knows, maybe they can get involved in real estate as well.
I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
And then next class. I love it. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for locking in to another episode of Local Love Friday. If you like it, love it, share it. Make sure you get out to check out my girl, Georgian Court. Make sure you check out the university. Check out the games. And remember, support women's sports. Talk to you later. Bye.